Xbox Switch. Xbox Switch. Playing Destiny. I had done a stream like this a few days ago, but I guess it didn't want to save it. And that was pretty much my first day of playing when I got up to level 4, almost level 5. That footage, I guess, is lost to the cosmos. So, have anybody online? It says they're online, I guess. I'll invite my buddy Curse. Hey. Alright, I guess go to Earth. Well, it's a level 5 story. What are these patrols? Let me do some more of these patrols. I got bounties and stuff that I can do also. Try and knock out some of that stuff. Level up a little bit more before I go into the next mission. I dig the game so far. You know, it's fun, decent. A lot of the stuff I've been seeing says it could potentially be really short, which I'm hoping is not the case, but I know that the level cap is like level 20, I guess. Although I thought I saw some people posting on Twitch like level 24s and 25 or something like that, so I don't know if that's like progression in the game or if that's like the actual level of their character. So, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, here we are.
Alright, let's move. Keep an eye out for beacons.
Party real quick. Trying to find my Xbox headset. No, I have one. Oh boy. Good. So close to leveling up. There.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. My friend says he can't hear me. I'm pretty sure I can hear me. Hold on. Technical stuff. I mean, it says there's no viewers anyway, but hopefully if I am able to export this to YouTube later, this won't be a problem. Oh, there's guys over there too. Awesome. Okay. I guess he killed all those guys. What's this?
This is the Future War Cult, requesting help from anyone in this area.
Xbox launch. Xbox switch. Ah. Yo. Can you hear me now? Awesome. Wow, that's actually really clear. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I can it says Diablo, so yeah, I know you're doing. I know you're doing Diablo. Well, you know, Diablo is an addiction. There are support groups handy. Operators are standing by. I'm just shooting things and stuff with my handy dandy snipper rifles. God damn it. Shit.
Alright, updating Lakshmi.
No, not any of that versus stuff. Not yet. I will, like, I'm only like a level 5, so I want to, like, make sure I've got, like, the right type of loadout and the stuff that I want. I'm still kind of early, so I don't want to settle for any other type of weapons and stuff that other people are going to be wrecking me with. Yeah, Jeff was saying in the bombcast that the hand cannon was pretty OP. I've got one. I use it sometimes. I'm more partial to assault rifles and fusion rifles and sniper rifles. I like more long range stuff than close range. Space is the place. Oh, something behind me. Yeah, when I got home yesterday, I looked on my my live timeline or whatever, and it was like pretty much just all your achievements that you had racked up while playing Diablo.
You know how the Cryptarch's archives hunger for data, Guardians. Sending you an encrypted message.
Oh, and Diablo. Interesting. Yeah, I was fucking around on Twitch before I booted this up, cause I'm probably gonna meet my buddy at the gym in like 2 o'clock or whatever. But yeah, I was looking on Twitch, and some people were like had their tags on Destiny saying their characters were like level 25, which I thought the level cap was at 20. So I don't know if maybe there is more to the game than the end, cause like Jeff had said, like. The Bungie said the game is really supposed to start after you hit the end game stuff. So maybe after you reach level 20, the game opens up and lets you gain higher, or maybe like that was only for multiplayer. Like you can. But it pseudo increases your stuff. Gotcha. I just hope that I don't, like, I get to this end stuff, and then it's like, okay, now you're done until the DLC comes out, because that'll just feel like a waste. I mean, granted, like, I'm not financially hurting from getting this, but it's still, you know, a bit of a drag that the game, you know, it has a lot of potential, but if you kill it off, basically, like, as soon as it starts, then what's the point? It kind of seems like you put all that time and all that effort into making a game that you were just wanted to kill off like super quick. Didn't what's it called? Fucking what was that game that was like you could do the contest online, and then like whoever got like the highest score or something, they would win money, and then there were supposed to be like 3 games in the series. It was some Xbox game, an Xbox 360, fucking, god damn it. It wasn't it was around, yeah, it was Too Human. No, it wasn't Too Human. It was around the time that Enslaved came out. But, it wasn't Too Human. Fuck, it's gonna bug the shit out of me. I know, because I keep hearing about it on the Bombcast a lot, like when they talk about, like, multi-year game fiascos, like that's usually the one everybody goes to. But since I've been listening to so many of the old Bombcasts in league with the new ones, like it's hard to remember what's what anymore. I don't know what year it is. It's also weird too to like listen to those old ones that are from like 2010 and 2011, because in my brain I'm like, oh, these are super old. But then I look at where wrestling was and what I was watching. I was like, oh, it really wasn't that long ago. Like, you know, Punk is in his year-long reign and stuff like that. Dan is pretty awesome. He's got some real bad shit crazy stories. I was watching the newest Metal Gear Scanlan today, and it's pretty funny because they get up to the point where Meryl gets shot and he's got to run and get the sniper rifle. So when Dan tells him he's got to go back to the tank hangar, Drew reacts the same way Solid Snake does, where he's just like, I gotta go all the way back there. So it's just kind of funny that like he reacted that way before he actually got that codec prompt. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, they spent the whole video on the first fight with Sniper Wolf, and Drew must have died like at least like 6 or 7 times before they figured out like just spray her with ammo and eventually he'll take her out. He complains about the controls a lot. I've never really found a problem with the Metal Gear Solid controls, but I also didn't, you know, I started playing games around that time, so I adapted those controls. I wasn't somebody who has gotten all the way up to the PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones and now is going back to old PS1 games and trying to figure them out. See, when I started, like, when I first got my PS1, the only game I had for the longest time was WWF Warzone. So, I was used to just kind of playing that style of game. So, eventually, once I got, like, I think my first demo disc either from a magazine or PlayStation Underground sent me one, like, for free once. I can't remember where I got it. I know I still have it at my parents' house, but that had the demo for the first Metal Gear Solid on there, and it lets you play everything up to when the DARPA chief dies, and then after that cutscene it stops. So I got really used to the way that game played, and I think that was before I had an analog controller, so I didn't even know about like the rumble stuff or any of that. And I remember I was playing one game, I want to say it was the demo for Ape Escape, that you needed to have an analog controller to play. So I went out and I bought one, and then I think eventually that's when I got up to the Psycho Mantis stuff. So the rumble and like all that other stuff was pretty cool. But when I basically got into the PlayStation gaming era was, you know, Metal Gear Solid was like the second or third game I ever played, so I didn't really have much to adapt to. And since I'd played the demos to those to death, like there really wasn't like a learning curve. I dug 'em. Is this mission over? Yeah, fucking Drugs Bunny, man. Pujak. Pujak. I've never seen Pujak. I've heard of Pujak. No. Jesus. Yeah. It's crazy, like, that promotion would not survive in Maryland just because, like, you can't do shit with the crowd regardless. Which kind of sucks, but I guess in retrospect, do you really need to do any of that stuff? Oh, got hit with something. Yeah, I fucking dig the sniper rifle in this game. Like, I take shit out pretty easily. But I've always been the long-range kind of guy. Yeah, I thought about snagging Diablo. Like, I gotta check what my monetary situation is. But I'm not against getting it. I don't know how much time I'll be able to put into it. But, I don't know. I kind of want to get it. Just because, like, I hear a lot of people say a lot of good things about it. Yeah, they hyped it up on Giant Bomb for a while, and usually Jeff doesn't like a lot of games that come out, so it's kind of neat hearing him hype up Diablo. I mean, one of the Unprofessional Fridays, he's playing it, and it was like, and I think he was playing it when it had just got on the PS4. So that was pretty cool. Get mission.
Our intelligence on this place is getting too stale. Time to shine some light on it, Guardians.
Yeah, I was at work a couple days ago, and I saw you were streaming on Twitch, and I popped in, watched for a bit, and James was like, "Are you watching fucking a Diablo video or whatever?" I'm like, "I'm watching Kyle play Diablo now." That's the one thing I like about Twitch is like you can, if somebody's broadcasting, like I have my Twitch app open, and it says broadcasting, but I have no viewers. I'm just hoping that it catalogs it so I can just export it to YouTube later, because I did that with my Super Time Force one from the other day, which is still weird. Like, it cataloged that one, but it didn't catalog my Destiny one. I don't know if maybe it's because I didn't have any viewers at all, so they don't even bother saving any of it, but I would imagine if you're doing an archive at all, it should save it regardless. Like, I'm okay if they're eventually going to delete it. Like, I don't, you know, I can export that shit as soon as it's done rendering, but I don't know. I don't feel like broadcasting something for 2 hours and then, like, I go to do something with it and it's not even there. Yeah, I want a gaming computer. I wouldn't mind doing, like streams through like my Steam account and actually getting like better games through Steam and stuff like that. But yeah, my PC's not really equipped for stuff like that quite yet. Like, I can play Psychonauts on it, a couple other games, but like, I don't know, I kind of want to have like as up to date as I can, so when games like Outlast and stuff like that are coming out, I can play them. Oh, I died. That sucks. Yeah, I've got a bounty where I gotta kill like 100 people in a row without dying, so I kind of fucked that up. Yeah, that dude says he's a level 24. Well, these guys are also level 9, so maybe I shouldn't be over here. Out of my element. Yeah, my shit's not even getting any damage onto them. Bail. Five. Maybe. I haven't played since Tuesday, so I'm still playing catch up. Like, my roommate got his copy yesterday, and I was going to the gym when he was booting up his initial start of his playthrough, and by the time I got home, like, he was either yesterday or today, he is already like level 12, level 13. Like, he blitzed through that shit pretty fast, which isn't hard. I mean, like, you level up pretty quickly. It's not impossible. Like, on Tuesday when I actually played the game, like, I went from level 1 to level 4 pretty quickly. Shit. Fucking always coming across like 5 enemies at once. I like headshotting the dregs because their head pops off. And all that dark energy spews out of their neck hole. I like them. I like the way the grenades launch out and the super and all that. That's pretty cool. I like the melee, just fucking channeling a bunch of light energy into your fucking face and blowing it off. I feel like sometimes the AI is smart and other times it's really dumb. Like, I've seen stuff where people just stand there and like they'll be like right in front of you and they won't even like react. This fucking motherfucker. Bullet sponge. Ah! Fucking vandals. Alright, he's dead. Ooh, lots of glimmer, lots of glimmer. Oh, why did I do that? Yeah, it's so much better than the old Xbox One or the Xbox 360 stuff. Like, super clear. Because I was counting on it to be like the whole like all muffled and shit, but like as soon as you started talking, I was like, whoa! Next gen. Growth. Growth. It's that next gen clarity, son. Yeah, I saw it when it came out. Well, I mean, Well, like the whole plot of the movie isn't so much like it's like the old Godzilla movies where it builds up to the monster fight. Like the way it opens, it shows more of the enemy monsters than Godzilla, because you know you don't want to lead with your title character first, especially like in this type of context. Like it's different if it's like an action movie or something like that, but this is a giant monster movie. Like you came to see Godzilla and you want to see what they do with him compared to the last time what they did with him. So you know they make you wait, but eventually, like once you see him, like it's worth it. But you see the enemy monsters way more. But all the fight scenes were great. Yeah, like when he fucking does that shit, when he fucking just like forces it down the dude's throat and like the tail charges up and all that. That was pretty rad. I dug it. Let me try and go. Yeah, like when it was coming out, I was a little hesitant to see it, but I mean, I liked the Matthew Broderick version, even though it wasn't a typical Godzilla movie. I liked it for what it was, so I was like, yeah, I'll check this out. And you know, like everybody, I was kind of surprised that you know he's barely in it, but I dug what they did with him. Yeah, like they had to make it so it built up to like once you eventually got to see him do what he do, it actually meant more than just like he shows up and fucking wrecks everything regardless, and you know, same old, same old. I might actually go. Instead of story progression, set a new destination to an earlier map. Yeah, level 2 story. Or maybe... yeah, definitely not going there. Yeah, let me go level 3. Level up a little bit. Try and get some of these bounties done. In Diablo. That's pretty much just running around all willy-nilly doing whatever you want.
The Fallen back at the Cosmodrome are keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch. Could be one of their leaders, or it could be something valuable. The speaker's asking Guardians.
One of the major drags to this fucking game is the like the load times in between stages, like with just the ship parts. Like it's pretty much just you watching a pre-rendered ship fly down and alright, I get it. Check my bounties real
The
quick.
Skywatch is just on the other side of the steps.
I already did this mission.
And it's
Alright.
surrounded by Fallen.
Complete
Well,
6 patrol
I'm ready if you are.
missions. 200 sensor mites. 100 enemies without dying. I got 17. Okay. I guess... I don't know if this is the Cosmodrome or not. I feel like I was just here. I keep fucking accidentally throwing my goddamn grenades instead of running. So I think I'm thinking of the Halo 4 controls, which is easy mistake considering this game basically plays a lot like a Halo game.
You know, this place must have been amazing before the collapse.
Don't you do that in Halo?
Thousands of humans boarding the colony ships.
Do you?
Off to
I
build
thought
cities
you...
beyond.
Huh. I guess I'm thinking of Titanfall. Ooh, not sure if I dig this weapon or not. Well, it is pretty strong, killing things in 2 discharges. Try this new melee I got. Oh, sweet. Alright, I dig that. Unlocked a melee ability that sucks energy out of the enemy, so it shortens my grenade respawn time. That's pretty cool. collecting stuff. It's fun to do. There's a dead spaceship. Pizza. I might get pizza later or tomorrow. Little Caesars is only $5. I haven't tried it. I like everyone always dogs Little Caesars, but I like Little Caesars. It's fucking, it does its job. I got one the other day. It was the Supreme that they have. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great. If I would have got one from Domino's, I probably would have liked it better, just because you would have actually tasted all the individual ingredients, while the Little Caesars one, it kind of just all tasted like it was a pizza with stuff on it. Like, I couldn't really distinguish, like, oh, those are the green peppers, those are the mushrooms, kind of thing. Which is weird. I usually don't like mushrooms, but lately, like, when I get pizzas, I've been... as long as there's other stuff on it, I don't just get mushrooms on it by itself, but if it's got, like, at least 2 or 3 different toppings and they put mushrooms on it, I'm like, right on. Do what you gotta do.
Up the hill.
Yeah, they're just rubbery.
The radar. That's the Skywatch.
Do. Mama and Papa. Yeah, there's a place in the city that a lot of my friends tell me I should go to called Johnny Rad's. I've never been, but apparently they do some real good pizza. I've just never... Yeah. It's in the city. It's like off of Eastern Avenue. It's close to my house. Like, if I drove, I could probably get there in like 5 or 10 minutes, traffic pending. But I've just never actually like taken the trek over there. Mostly just because parking in the city is a bitch and a half. But I wouldn't even say it's technically the city. Like, it's the early parts of the city, like just where all like the townhouses and stuff are. Not like near the convention center or anything like that. But I'm always told that I would like it. But I've just never actually made the effort of finding out. I'm totally ignoring the objective. Just to kill things that have a faith. Kinda want to go to the moon. I unlocked it, I just haven't gone there yet. To the moon! No, I see people on my radar that I want to shoot, but I can't see them. Oh wow, there's a lot of glimmer over there. Gimme. I went to Bungie's website where they like highlight the grimoire cards and stuff like that. And yeah, it seems neat, but I don't know. I don't really think it's something that I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure I collect all of, because you can't even see them in the game. You have to go to their website to view any of that content, which I think is kind of dumb. Yeah, like whenever you encounter like a new species or a new type of enemy or a new artifact, something like that, it's like, you got a grimoire card. And then you just go to the website and it's like, hey, you found a dead ghost. This is what a dead ghost is. Okay, and then that's it. Like, you don't get anything from it. I'm a disenfranchised gamer. I want things for my time. I took the time to collect you.
This was one of Skywatch's old array stations, a link to the lunar colony.
Yeah, go to our website at bungie.net and you can find things that don't matter to the game at all, or you can just be like Mass Effect and put it in your fucking codex so I can read it on my screen when I'm eating something so I don't have to turn the game off. Granted, my computer is right next to my shit, but that's not the point. I haven't tried, but since the game is always online and the enemies are constantly responding, I can't imagine there's any smart glass. Like, the Dead Rising has a smart glass app, but I don't really find it useful. Like, I thought maybe it would like let you like unlock certain areas or get like airstrikes or something, but all it really ever did was like you have to use it at least once to complete an objective, which I think is kind of bullshit. Like, you have to log in to this thing at least once to actually get this objective completed, and if you don't, then you know you're pretty much fucked if you want that full completion ratio. So I don't think that's very fair. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, because the times I've tried to use it, it's pretty much just like, hey, here's some, you know, here's the map, and you know, here's where you can go, and here's where you can do this, and here's where you can do this. But overall, like, it didn't really seem like it was getting me anything that I wasn't getting on my own. Like, it wasn't like, hey, maybe you can orchestrate a ZDC airstrike, or you can unlock this locked weapons cabinet. Like, that happens once, but it doesn't happen anymore that I've seen, unless I'm just not using it that often. Like, I had it open one day, it was like straight open, and it was pretty much just like, hey, these are the survivors and these are the missions you currently have active, and I'm like, I don't need my fucking phone open to tell me what I'm currently got on my screen. Try this fusion rifle, I haven't tried it yet. Might be better than this shotgun. Oh, okay. Well, that works.
There's a wizard here.
There's a wizard here. I have to kill it. Kill the wizard. Kill the wizard. Give me the medallion. Wow, that thing ran out of fucking energy quick. Yeah, that was the first one I ever heard. Like, you were like, you gotta listen to these dudes, they're funny. So I think that was when I was on my Mega 64 kick. And you're like, you'd like these guys, and you let me hear that part. And I didn't know what the context was, so I think I went and downloaded that episode. And from then on, like, I was like listening to them regularly, but I don't think I really started to enjoy them until maybe Thanksgiving of that year, because it was like the episode like before Black Friday, like they were just fucking going off, like it was hilarious. Because I think that was around the time like one of the Battlefield games was just like super fucked up or something, or maybe that was the year after. But yeah, they were talking about how like Battlefield was like super fucked, and the PlayStation Network outage and all that other shit. And I don't know if that was around the time that they were talking about the shit with the the DRM stuff wasn't until the summer. But I just remember like they got to like that weird subsection of like, what if you did like a turkey burrito? Like, you just put all the ingredients in a burrito for Thanksgiving. Like, what would that be like? I was like, I kind of would like to have that. Like, maybe Chipotle should do that. So if Chipotle did that, I'd be happy. Fuck you, Mr. Wizard. Go back to Nickelodeon.
The Hive haven't been on Earth in centuries. The darkness could be a lot closer.
The darkness.
We should probably get moving.
The darkness. Destiny. Yeah, the PAX Prime panel, they talk about that. They said that he wasn't gonna be there because he was going to help birth his second child. So I thought that was pretty rad. I don't know. I don't know if they've disclosed that information to the public. I could probably look on Twitter. He probably posted something. They do stuff on the website all the time. Like Quick Looks, and Alex and Patrick pretty much do, like, Patrick does articles like every day, but I don't listen to that. I like Alex, but I don't know, small doses. He seems to get super excited about some weird shit. Nothing against that. I do too, but I don't know, the things he gets excited about and the things I get excited about aren't there. But I like watching Spookin' with Scoops. That's pretty funny. That fucking did you watch? He put one up for free. It was him playing no, well that one, but they did another one where he's playing Five Nights at Freddy's. That one's fucking. There's a gif of him fucking floating around of him freaking the fuck out at one part, which is just really funny. Patrick's funny. The Cosmodrome 100-74. Alright, I'm getting there. Let's go back and do that mission again. It was funny on Monday, playing the Destiny live stream that they were doing for Giant Bomb, because I was on Jeff's channel and he was playing with Brad, and it was just it was just funny because the shit that like they were doing, because like they were going through like a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know, it was just like the way he was talking to Brad and the way they were like communicating with each other, and they were like just kind of like figuring out the things about the game. Like one of them was Brad didn't realize you can't drive the little Sparrow motorbikes into enemies because your bike will pretty much just explode. So like Brad's off screen, and then I think he dies, and then Brad and Jeff's like, "What happened?" And then like you just hear Brad over the mic, and he's just like, "Apparently, driving into things with your little motorbike is not recommended." But yeah, they were on for about 3 hours, and like just hearing the sound design and shit like that sounded like Halo. Like, you know, the dregs look like they shoot blue needlers. The laser sound effects sound like fucking Halo weapons. The inventory drops look like Borderlands.
Well, let's see what's out there.
Everyone's on. Well, that's the one thing I like about the present day gaming community. Like, unlike how it used to be before the advent of like super big online gaming, like you would get people that kind of just like gave up on games and then moved on to the next thing. But like what I've noticed is like Halo 4, for example, for a while before like I got the one and stuff like that, every Friday during Unprofessional Fridays at one point, mostly whenever Drew would start playing a simulator, I would get on and start playing multiplayer matches in Halo 4. And then one of the times, one of our referees was like, "Hey, I don't play Halo 4, but me and my wife always play Halo Reach, so you're welcome to join us on that." So I popped on Halo Reach, and there were just as many people playing Halo Reach as there were playing Halo 4. And then every now and again, like I'll go, like even on my 3DS, like I'll pop on Tetris 3D World or whatever it is, and people still play that too. Like, and that game is old. So even though your main community might not have a garbage load of players, like there's still people playing stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's people still playing online stuff for PS3, like Super Street Fighter 4 and Dead Rising 2, and you know, some other real basic stuff that's not necessarily like super cool to play. But you know, sometimes people just find what they like. You know, like I'm just like right now I'm listening to old bombcasts where they're talking about the StarCraft 2 craze in South Korea, and you know that's still going on to this day. Like StarCraft is super big over there, and it probably always will be. Even if they never get a StarCraft 3, they're still going to be like super hype about StarCraft 2. And that game came out in 2010. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to now, is like he's like super obsessed with it to the point where they're about to do the Game of the Year deliberations for 2010. And he's like, yeah, I totally want to vote for StarCraft 2 for being Game of the Year, but I know no one in here will back me up on it, so I'm just not going to bother. Kind of sounds like he's... it's just funny to hear like Jeff read the Nintendo DSi like new releases and all that stuff, because I'm listening to it all for the first time. And then it was also cool finding out when I started listening to the Bombcast, because apparently it was in 2012. Because I've got like a majority of the ones from 2012 already downloaded into my library. Because what I've been doing is I'll go through months of them at a time at the store, because I'm just listening to them back to back to back to back, and then eventually I have to download the next couple of months. So I'm already at December 2010 moving into January 2011, but I've downloaded them all up through I think March of 2011. So Patrick doesn't even work there yet. Patrick still works for G4 at this point. Alex and Rory, or Alex left Harmonix, and he and Rory just started doing some movie review thing for Giant Bomb, because they're still part of Whiskey Media. The CBS thing hasn't happened yet. Yeah, because they weren't allowed to talk about it, yeah. Because I was just listening, they actually did a PAX Live Bombcast from 2010, and a fan asks a question. He's like, so when Kane and Lynch 2 came out, why didn't you guys just completely bury that fucking game? Like, why did you even bother reviewing it? Like, wasn't there a little bit of bad blood? And Jeff was like, I can't really talk about any of this, but Ryan, you can talk about some stuff. And then Ryan basically was just like, we had no heat with the developers of the game. We had no heat with the game itself. Like, Kane and Lynch 2 was a game, and we're game reviewers. Like, there was no reason for us to have any issue with the way any of that was done. The situations surrounding all of that had nothing to do with the developers or any of that. So there was really no ill will to have towards, you know, the people who made Kane and Lynch 2. So we were going to give it a fair review just like anything else. So like you can see that the seeds are already kind of planted for like a what happened, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, I've gone back on YouTube and stuff like that, and people apparently knew like that day what happened. I'm not quite sure how they knew. I don't know if there was like a press release or something like that happened, or if people just started putting the pieces together on their own. That's kind of crazy. It might be, yeah. I go through and I comb through some of the older stuff every now and again. Like when they had that email from the Prince or whatever that was talking about how the one dude's favorite video was Ryan and Vinny doing DBZ Tenkaichi. I watched that today. Yeah, it's like fucking, I don't remember, I don't know when it was, but like I got like super back into games, and I think it was because of that I got super heavy into Giant Bomb, where like now like between wrestling and video games I have a good balance of stuff. Like I've got video stuff that I've got to do, but it's not really going to take me that long to do it, like, so that's why I'm finding more times to actually get in and blow some fucking virtual people away. But yeah, like I got like really back into games in a big way, and the Bombcast was like right there when all that was going down with me, and I was like, man, like I really appreciate these things a lot more now. Like I'll watch quick looks at games that I have no intention of ever playing, but other stuff I'll download, like that Velocity 2X thing, which is pretty rad. Yeah, I've been mostly just playing Metal Gear Solid on the Vita lately. Like I got to the torture sequence today, or yesterday actually, and I thought maybe I could beat it like without, because like back in the day I only ever beat that part using a turbo controller. I usually ended up having to submit to Ocelot's torture. So today I actually tried, or yesterday rather, I tried to actually do it, and I died. And he's not bluffing. There are no continues, which I never knew, because I had always found like a way either to win it or submit like at the last second. So I figured I'd let the timer run out on this one, and sure enough, yeah, I did not get a continue after I died. So I had to start back from the Gray Fox Ninja fight, because that was where my last save was, and work my way back, which doesn't take that long. Like, I breezed through those 3 boss battles pretty easily. It's just the backtracking to get the PSG-1 that takes the longest. I played up to the point where I want to say I stopped at the Vulcan Raven tank fight in the snowfield, and that was the most disappointing thing I had ever played. It was either that or the Revolver Ocelot fight. It was one of those two, because I remember, I don't know if you've ever seen the actual cutscenes, but Snake does this fucking bullshit gun kata shit that has no place in a Metal Gear game. Cause like him and the ninja, like he's back flipping and like doing all this bullshit, and I was like, okay, you know, that's whatever. But the thing that turned me off the most was the voice acting. They changed Gray Fox, and they changed Raven, and they changed like one other person. I want to say Psycho Mantis, and they, to me, like it ruined the characters because I remembered them in their original version. So then I remember I got to the Raven fight, and there was a point where I want to say Raven shoots the missile at him, and unlike the original version where Snake kind of cartwheels out of the way and lands on his feet like almost like a backflip, Snake straight fucking does a backflip, and I want to say he runs along the length of the missile before it hits, and then like jumps off before it hits the wall, and I'm like, this isn't fucking Metal Gear. I don't know, like, yeah. But even still, like, George Bird did such a fucking good job as the DARPA chief and Gray Fox. Like, even though you have the same guy playing 2 roles, like, that was one of the intriguing things about the game, is like you get that first call from Deep Throat and it sounds like the DARPA chief. You can't see his face, but you're like, well, it sounds like the DARPA chief, but I know that dude died. And then you see Gray Fox and he sounds kind of like the DARPA chief, and you're like, what if the DARPA chief got outfitted with this thing after you accidentally killed him? You know, even the Gray Fox stuff, like that dude's raspy voice, like you believed he was a different dude after a bit, but the dude they got to play him in Twin Snakes is just like, just bad. Just he sounds like a fucking zombie, and that's not how I wanted Gray Fox to sound. And then, I don't know, the shit with like the original Metal Gear Solid, like, even though all the character models looked the same, like in the face, and they were like, oh my god, Liquid and Solid Snake look identical, like, you bought into it, even though all the characters look the same. But in Twin Snakes, when there's that moment where Liquid shows his face to Snake for the first time in like the torture sequence, because I looked it up online, like, they try and make this big deal out of it, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't sit with me. Like, it doesn't have the same impact. Maybe because I had seen the original version and I'm holding that in higher regard, but they try to make a bigger deal out of it than you know, they had to. I don't know. Twin Snakes was the worst one. I never had any intention on going back to it. Like, I thought about grabbing my GameCube from my parents' house recently and playing through the Metroid Prime games, because I never actually played through them. I have them, I just never actually touched them. So I kind of want to get that from there and my N64, but I don't know. I want to say that I gave away Twin Snakes, but I vaguely think I still have it. But I don't want to play through that game. It was cool that they implemented the in-game engine for Metal Gear Solid 2, so you could do dive rolls and hang over guardrails and stuff like that. But since that stuff wasn't core to the experience of Metal Gear Solid 1, it just felt like, I don't know, it almost felt like you were playing through the game after you had already beaten it with all these special abilities, like you would with the stealth camo and all that shit. Like, oh hey, now I can dive roll, and now I can do this, and now it makes these boss fights a lot more interesting. Like, you don't have to make them interesting. The boss fights are good on their own. No, at all. Like, and I get it. Like a veteran Metal Gear Solid player, you know how to play the game, so you don't need any new mechanics. Like I said, I breezed through the Gray Fox, Mantis, and Sniper Wolf fight without any issue today. Like I did them all back to back to back, like within a few minutes of each other, skipping codecs and cutscenes and all that. But to the unestablished player, those fights can be pretty tricky because you don't know what you're doing. As I'm seeing with Drew, where he's dying multiple times on, people like Mantis and Ocelot and stuff like that. But fucking, you can't remake a game, even giving it new game mechanics, but then like you call it a remake, but you totally change elements of it that made it what it was. Like you can't change fucking Gray Fox's voice and then be like, oh, yep, he's still the same character, he's the same guy, he does all the same stuff. Like, no, he's not. Like, that's a different dude under that fucking metal helmet. You ruined it. Simpsons did it. '85, right? That's close. the dork. Well, our STL announced yesterday he's leaving. It's like they just keep dropping. Well, it's just crazy that I've had a job longer than all of our store managers have. I've been at the one store for 11 years. This dude, like, has barely been there for, like, 2. It's crazy. Well, now, like, apparently our new STL is supposed to start after inventory. And a lot of us are just like, which one are we getting? And the only reason I'm, like, kind of concerned is because I listen to fucking podcasts all day, so the last thing I need is some new guy being like, hey, take your goddamn headphone out of your head. Because, hey, motherfucker, this shit works. I get my shit done. I hope not. I really hope he's not here. I thought he left because of the fucking mice epidemic that we had. Like, it might have just looked like him. It had to have just been a guy that looked like him. It couldn't have been fucking him. There's no way. I know for a while Pat Roy was working at the Walmart by my house, but I was talking to Appel recently and he was like, yeah, he left recently. Like, he actually retired this time. The Dundalk Walmart by my house. Like, he's like 5 minutes away. Like, the other day I was like so close to just walking out of Target because I was just like fucking fed up with all this bullshit. And I was like talking to James and I was like, I can almost guarantee you that I could leave this store right now. No one would even know I left, and I could apply and get a job at that fucking Walmart and like maybe even start that day. And people wouldn't even realize I quit until like a few days later. Working. Doing stuff. And then you gotta make the time to do it. Warlock. That bitch. Should burn her house down. You don't want to be like me. No one wants to be like Sean Cannon. Not even Sean Cannon. I'm good at what I do. It's just I don't like what I do. Like I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and I was like, you know, I'm contemplating maybe in a bit trying to maybe go into like school for video production or something like that, so that I could maybe get a job at Giant Beast or do some video production in the video game industry. Like that way I could, you know, film like the quick looks or upload them online or something, you know, something, run the control board, anything, just to get me in there, because I like playing games. It's fun. It's easy. Like, it comes to me pretty naturally. That's why I want to keep doing like these Twitch things and have them uploaded to YouTube. That's why I'm kind of concerned, like, if this one doesn't go up at all. Like, I'm playing this fucking Destiny game and I'd like to keep track of it, but I don't know. My guy kind of looks like Cable from X-Men. Gave him one white eyeball. Crucible invitation. Shaxx, a champion of the Crucible, has requested your presence in the tower. Well, then I will go to the tower. Let me turn in these bounties first, because I got all 3 of them without paying attention. I was going to try and start a clan last night on Bungie, but you have to have at least 3 people to sign up as members. I know, but I need 2 others, and I don't have 2 others. 10 fallen majors or ultras. Oh, there's a Vanguard bounty. I can't do these. I can do these Crucible ones, I think. I don't know. Let me leave this, because I can't do these missions, so I shouldn't try and do them, or get them at least. Lord Shaxx, Crucible Handler. He's a robot man. Yeah, sporadically he's there.
You want it? You got it.
Alright, so I guess I'm part of the Crucible now. That was weird. Yeah, she's still there. Trying to think who was there. Rick is still there. Do you remember she used to work in Softlines? April. She always kind of had like the curly blonde hair. Super skinny. Yeah, she came back and she's working HR now. So that's happening. Got a bounty lead. Crucible bounty.
Goodbye.
I said hi to her like that first time she came back. I was like, oh, it's crazy you came back. And then like I haven't said anything to her since. There's some problems only a Guardian can solve.
Bounty accepted. Goodbye, Guardian.
Pre-Golden Age data is smut.
Polls are dumb. Makeup. Makeup.
Always interesting.
Like a dire wolf.
right now.
Tragit's not fun. Tragit is for losers. This guy's just sitting here chilling. I'm gonna dance in front of him. And I'm gonna wave. Hi! I'm gonna pimp off. Do 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 do. Go to orbit. Orbits. Nope. 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 If you're out, you should be happy to stay out. Get the fuck out. They had a pretty rad NXT special last night. Yeah. They fucking had this crazy ass 4-way as the main event. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Ever since I got the network, I don't leave the house for them anymore. Because if I'm paying $10 and I can just go to sleep afterwards instead of having to drive somewhere. Which is funny, I get invited out to parties all the time and I'm like, you realize I pay for the pay-per-views like $10 a month. Like there's really no reason for me to hang out with you anymore. Go away. I get invited out by fans a lot, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with you, bro. Like, you can buy a ticket to see me at a show, but I'm not going to come to your weird house. You're a janitor. Yeah, this dude's like a fucking janitor, and he's like, I want to hang out with you, be your best friend. I'm like, come to the next show.
There's reports a team of Guardians went dark near the old Skywatch. They were running a mission for Dead Orbit.
Dead Orbit.
To a hidden array that could
Dead Orbit.
Colonies in the system. If we can find
Peter
their
Dinklage is a
target,
little tiny
maybe
robot
we can
man.
open that array.
I don't mix pleasure with pleasure. I mix pleasure with other pleasures. Business and pleasure don't mix. Like penises and other penises.
From near the Skywatch. Let's head there and see if we can find them.
Unless you're into that kind of thing. Which I am not. A Homer Simpson. Wow, I've seen this fucking layout again and again and again and again and again. I'm gonna get in my little motorbike that looks like it's from Star Wars. Gonna ride and boost all over the place. Woo! This little motorbike is my friend. This little motorbike is my friend. Hop off your motorbike and go shoot some motherfuckers in the face, in the face. Let's test out this new grenade, shall we? We shall. Bang, 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 bang. I create my own commentary. I learned it from fucking Giant Bomb. Jeff does that shit all the time. Holy shit, that grenade is awesome. I do that now. I was listening to one of the Bombcasts, and they were talking about the Kinect, and Ryan was talking about how he looked up what apparently the appropriate viewing distance is from his TV, because he's got like a big 46-inch TV, and he's apparently supposed to sit like 5 feet in front of it, so he moved his couch closer. And Vinny's like, that seems really close, and he's like, I looked up on the internet, and then Jeff's like, yeah, I have a 50-inch TV, and like my face basically rubs up against it. Do you remember that one bombcast where I can't remember which one it was? I want to re-listen to at least that bit where Jeff like they were all kind of talking about random stuff, and Jeff kind of out of nowhere was like, "I have been when taking a shower, I will open my eyes and let the water stream into my eyes for a few minutes at a time just to get used to it." And Vinny's like, "What the fuck for?" Like it just kind of came out of nowhere, because I think it was also when they were talking about like that weird teapot thing that they would like you'd stick up your nose. Yeah, the neti pot thing. Like, I remember that bit, and I was just, like, Jeff just comes out of nowhere, and he's like, yeah, sometimes I'll stand under the shower and just open my eyes and let water push into my eyes for a while. And everyone just kind of stops, and they're like, why? What kind of weird science project are you trying to accomplish? I stole your soul! I stole your penis! I like some of these enemies, when you shoot them in the head, they explode. And it exploded. That grenade's pretty rad. I didn't hit anything that time though, so I kind of wasted it. I need to steal your life essence, pal. Sorry. But yeah, like I was watching the Sims 4 quick look the other day with Jeff and Brad, and there's one part where they went into, like, they sent the Sims over to like a house or whatever, and it's a funny video. If you get a chance, you should watch it. And at one point, one of the characters goes to sit at like this bar where a dude's making food, and the dude who's making food, his computer generated name is Bob Pancakes, and Jeff reads it, and like it's for like half a second you get a chance to establish it before Jeff is just like, Bob Pancakes, what is up, Bob Pancakes? In that typical Jeff excited fashion. My girlfriend loves Jeff because she's like, yeah, like if he doesn't like something, he's just like, it's straight fucking garbage. It's just fucking the worst fucking thing in the world. Like when he's talking about Supercard and shit like that. Oh no, I died. I blew myself up. Yeah, he's like, I fucking hate Star Trek Online. Like at the part I'm at now, he's like, I hate Star Trek Online, but god damn it, I can't stop playing it. Like Supercard, he's like, I leveled up this Alberto Del Rio card that I hate.
The ghosts. They're in a clearing between buildings.
The year-long pass, yeah. I haven't watched any of the TNTs. I've been going backwards through the Unprofessional Fridays, and I just got to the one where I guess I just watched the last one after Ryan passed away, so the next one on my queue is with Ryan. So I think I might want to go back and start watching the TNTs and build up to those. I did watch one part of a TNT once that they were playing Mortal Kombat 3 with Jared Ray. And I think they were playing either Street Fighter. I did watch one, I think it was a UPF, where they started playing MAME or whatever that one game, Mugen, and it was like Super Crazy Akuma versus Super Crazy Akuma, and they're doing like all these batshit crazy combos and stuff, and it's like basically breaking the game, and you just see Jeff just like nodding. He's like, yep, this seems about right. This is just what I'd expect from something like this, to be doing something like that. It is broken. Dr. Tracksuit. I didn't know Dr. Tracksuit's been a long-running thing. I thought that was like recent, but they talked about Dr. Tracksuit back in 2010. Dr. Tracksuit. Big Jeffrey. I'm Big Jeffrey, and you want to ride these roller coasters? You'll be going on the roller coasters. Biggest on the eastern seaboard. Big Jeffrey. I like Big Jeffrey. He's funny. Big Jeffrey. I like the Saucepan Man. Saucepan Man. Yeah, when it was like, I think it was some type of thing happened on the news thing. It might have been John Carmack or something, but Patrick broke the news story, and fucking Ryan's just like, fucking Klepek holding it down, like he's fucking scooping everybody on this shit. And it's just funny because I'm just like, eventually he works for you. And he fucking does that shit for you guys, like he literally is scoops. No, of course not. It's, you know, the internets are fucking jerks. God, I keep fucking doing that. I gotta map my buttons the right way. Recover the ghosts! Where are the spooky ghosts? Where do I go? I don't know which direction I'm supposed to go. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Just shooting random guys. Oh, they're carrying them. I didn't know that. The enemies are carrying my objective. Why you do that, bad man? Fuck you.
Find another one.
Pop your head off. Shazam.
This one still holds.
I think after I'm done at the gym, I'm gonna grab me some Chipotle. I remember one time I was getting sick and I got something, and as I was eating it, I could taste it when I first started eating it, and then throughout the rest of the meal, it started to fade away. And I was like, no, I like this taste. It's taco night! I believe the term is bangin'. Jeez Louises. Alright, where's this objective taking me? These guys respawn fucking fast! Jesus! Yeah, you should get on that. I mean, I installed it Monday night. Actually, you know what? I left my Xbone on and I told it to queue it up, but it probably didn't start installing it until, or downloading it until midnight. Nope. Nope. Well, I mean, of all the library of games I have, the only one I actually paid for was Dead Rising 3, because I have the disc for that. But like Titanfall, Peggle 2, Destiny, Madden, all this stuff I got for free. Super Time Force I got because of Games with Gold, and Crimson, not Crimson Dragon, but the other game that you got a while ago. It was like some space flying sim. It's like almost like a Gundam style robot fighter. I got that also from Games with Gold, but no, I can't figure it out. I'm tempted to write into the Bombcast and see if maybe they know, but I'm afraid of doing it because then Xbox might put 2 and 2 together and be like, hey, this guy got these things, let's charge him for them, because I haven't been charged for them. But no, like, my one roommate seems to think that maybe the dude who pre-owned it before I had it, because I bought it from eBay, is he maybe bought the things on his Xbox 360 and it's tying here, but his gamer tag's not on this Xbox, so that can't be the case. Because he was like, well, on the 360 it will tie it to the box, it won't even tie it to the gamer tag. And I'm like, yeah, but this isn't the 360. The Xbox One, if you and I are both on the same system, and we have our separate gamer tags, if I download something, you can have access to it. But his gamer tag's not on this. I don't think so, no. Uh-huh. Yeah, they log in your tag or whatever, so that anything that you put on your system they can access remotely through their system, because your tag's on the same system. Technically. No, Yeah, but his info's not on my Xbox, and my info's not on his Xbox. So yeah, not happening. And I bought it from this dude back like earlier this year, like a couple months ago. Like I would say I bought it at the beginning of the summer, maybe, like real beginning of the summer, like maybe May. So if he did buy Madden 15, because that's the thing, is if he bought Madden 15, he would have had to have bought it from the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One store. But again, his gamer tag's not on this Xbox, so I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. It's a weird situation. Yeah, but then like it's newer games. It's not even older games. Like Madden 15 just came out and Destiny just came out. Like it'd be one thing if he bought it on the 360 and then it gave me access to the Xbox One version, but it was the pre-order version. It was like, hey, you pre-ordered this, and I'm like, no, I did not. Like I've got the pre-order bonuses and stuff on this system. And that was the other thing. When it gave me the choice of downloading the game, it gave me two options. It said you can download standard version and you can download the pre-order version. Technically, I can still download the pre-order launch edition. Like I downloaded the Vanguard DLC stuff that you got as a pre-order bonus, but if I go into my queue right now, it still says Destiny launch version that I can download and install. It's just crazy shit. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if maybe like it's just like the way that my Xbox One is set up or whatever, but like people are like, you know, I got free shit. I don't know how else to like explain it other than, yeah, this happened. And it continues to happen apparently, so. And like Madden downloaded by itself. I didn't even touch it. Like I turned on my Xbox and it was like Madden downloading, and I'm like, why? I didn't tell you to do that. You do know who this is, don't you? If it keeps happening, like I'm gonna keep updating people with it. Like, hey, I got this for free, and I got this for free, and I got this for free. So far, like those are the last free things I got since I got the Xbox to begin with. Like when I first got it, because he told me, he's like, hey, I got this QR code for Titanfall because I bought the Titanfall bundle. Maybe it'll work for you. And I tried using the QR code and it said it's already been redeemed. So then when I went to go on Xbox Live to see if they had any games for gold or whatever that I wanted to get, it pulled up my in-queue availability of Peggle 2 and Titanfall. And at the time I was like, okay, well maybe he bought those on this machine, or like the Titanfall when he redeemed on this machine, so let me use it. But these games, like, it doesn't really make sense. I'm not fighting it. I do keep expecting like one day I'll turn on my Xbox and it's like, hey, you didn't buy these. You can't play them. You can't play these no more. You butthole.
It's opening.
So does it play? Does Diablo play like like a hack and slash, like over the top down hack and slash kind of thing, or is? So it's not like the old things where it's like point and click, like stand there, hack, 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 and then run away. Why would you want to? Not like Destiny is an MMO? His Destiny is an MMO. What, Destiny or Diablo? Well, it's fun. Hey, there's a dance option for your character, so it's an MMO. That's what Jeff says. Oh, right on. Yeah. She just keeps them. I love the Warlock super. It's so rad. Vaporizing motherfuckers. I have a Katsucon one from 2 years ago. I only went on the Sunday, but that was neat. I'm going this year, or I guess next year, because I have my girlfriend already booked a hotel, so I'm trying to see if I can get the Kendo Captain costume from Kill la Kill, because I want to do that one. I want to do the masked version where he's got the thing over his eyes. I've never finished it. Like, she finished it. She watched everything. I have yet to finish it, though. I wonder if Crunchyroll is still charging me, because I haven't popped on that thing in a while. I'm sure they are. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Shit. Well, like, I'll get into anything that's got a mobile app. Like, the WWE Network's got that mobile app, which I really like, because I can watch anything anywhere. The same thing with Crunchyroll. Like, I got mobile support on it, and I can watch it pretty much wherever I need to. So that shit comes in handy. Hey, Nick again. So yeah, I dig shit like that, where I can just straight watch it on a mobile platform. Like, granted, you know, I'll need, like, Wi-Fi enabled, like, in places and stuff like that, but any streaming type service that's got shit going on like that, I'm all for. Because I feel like I'm not restricted to, like, I gotta be at home to watch this. Like, I can watch it anywhere.
Something out there to help us
Oh,
survive
my
the
fucking
dark.
Voxer's going off. Is he at the gym?
Hey, yo, getting ready to leave right now.
Alright, I'll meet you there in the next few minutes. Alright. Yeah, like 5 minutes. That's why I like living here. Golds. I have a Planet Fitness membership, but we use his Golds membership. So that way, in case we try and go late night one night and Golds isn't open, we can go to Planet Fitness. Alright, let me get back to the main menu. Get all muscly. Ooh. You could. That's why I usually just wear headphones and ignore everybody else there. My guy looks pretty rad. He looks like a dandy. He's a dandy. I like Space Dandy. That's a funny show. It's pretty awesome. Alright. Let me get out of this. Alright. Let me quit out of this thing.